Hi everyone, and welcome back to It's a Twin Thing. So today I'm going to be talking about preparing the house for when the babies come home from hospital. So I'm going to be specifically talking about sleeping and cots and bedding today, and I'll continue on over the next couple of days about a few other bits and pieces. So in regards to sleeping the children, it's really hard to determine how to go about it. It'll also depend on whether you have a single story house or a double story house. There's so many factors to consider when preparing for that. We have a single story house, and we originally had planned to sleep the babies in one cot together in our room, and then as they got older we'd separate them. However, I know with the SIDS Foundation that's not approved. They don't think it's safe to sleep two babies in the same cot. That's completely, as parents, your call. We found this out when we sort of inquired a bit about whether or not it's better to sleep them together or separate them. So that was our original plan. However, that's not what we did. So because they were in the special care unit for 6 weeks, they actually slept separately in their own cots in the special care unit. So when they came home, we decided not to break that pattern and to keep them separated. So we slept them in separate cots in their own room, and we slept them together next to each other. So they were still close, but they weren't in each other's cots. We also started with having monitors. So we had mixed advice. Some said just get audio, some said get audio and visual, and some said get both. It's a really hard topic because I appreciated having the monitors. However, it did make me more anxious, I think, than I would if we didn't have them. As in, the monitor will make reference to you at the smallest sound. So even if they're sort of moving in their bed, it'll alert you. So I found I was constantly just up checking, listening, and I didn't get good rest because of that. And then we sort of did a trial where we stopped the monitors and just listened for when they cried. Our room was right next to their room, so we could hear them talking, we could hear them crying, and that tended to work a lot better for us personally. But like I said, every parent is different and everyone's different in what they want to do. So what we actually did was, like I said, when we got home from the hospital, they slept in separate cots next to each other in their own room, and we started with monitors, but then we decided to take the monitors off, and we just woke when they woke, basically. That worked for us. Everyone is different. I have spoken to a few mums, and with a double story house, they do ask whether it's better to sleep, to have 2 cots upstairs, 2 cots downstairs, like what's the go. I think if you've got baby monitors and you're utilizing them, there's nothing wrong with sleeping them upstairs if you're downstairs and having the monitor in front of you so you can see what they're doing during the day. If you're not using monitors, for us, what we did, even though we didn't have a double story, was we slept them in their cots at night, and we had the rocking bouncers in our lounge room. So during the day, sometimes they would nap in the bouncer, and then sleep in their cots at night. It sort of also helps them understand that nighttime is nighttime and daytime is daytime, so it's a nap, not a sleep. But like I said, everyone's different on how they want to go about it and what they want to do. So feel free to contact me and ask me any questions if you have any. I can only go based on my experience, but like I said, you've just got to do what works for you in your household. It's also quite expensive too. So if you've got a 2-story house and if you're looking at getting cots upstairs, cots downstairs, all that sort of stuff, it can get quite pricey. So depending on what your situation is, there's nothing wrong with sleeping them in the bouncers so long as it's not over a period of say 3 hours, because they need, being quite young, they need to be able to, for their spine and development, they shouldn't be in a curved environment for longer than about 2 hours. So Yeah, but it's sort of trial and error too, and it depends if you've got good sleepers or not. So, like I said, feel free to contact me if you have any questions, and I'll continue on tomorrow. Okay, we'll see you then. Cheers.